Hi everyone and welcome to another marvelous video. With all the various crossover events in the DC universe, we have a new one in 2023 from the New York Times best-selling author Brian Buccellato titled Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong. The ongoing series talks about a dimensional rift open between an alternate Earth and the Monsterverse, unleashing Godzilla and Kong into the DC universe. The title very much explains the main plot of the ongoing series, and it's highly entertaining and reminds us of Detective Comics. How was the rift initiated and how did the monsters arrive at the DC universe? To find all the answers, so let us dive into today's video. Emergence of Monsterverse in the DC Universe. The story begins with Clark and Lois spending an evening together. It was a special date as Clark intended to propose that evening. The two talked their hearts out about the first time they met and exchanged their feelings. As the sun set, Clark took the opportunity to go down on his knees to make one of the best moments in his life. However, before he could complete it, a loud rumbling tremor shocked the entire metropolis city. From underneath the ocean emerged a gigantic monster, and it was none other than the vicious and deadly Godzilla. That scene next shifts 12 hours ago when Flash and the rest of the Justice League watched through the satellite images from the Watchtower how Superman saved the world. Superman was giving all his effort to stop maximum crimes and crisis for the day, as his evening with Lois was special, and he did not want to miss that. Flash explained how difficult it was even for the fastest man alive, and there was nothing comparable to the effort Superman has been showcasing. Supergirl had also been summoned to compensate for the brief absence of Superman, and she soon joined him. While they talked, Superman could be seen flying from Metropolis to stop Titano, who has been wreaking havoc. Believing the crisis to be engaging for Superman, Flash planned to give him a hand. He left the Watchtower at top speed, but before he could reach Metropolis, Superman had already stopped Titano and restrained him, shocking Flash. On their way to Stryker's Island, maximum security prison with Titano, Green Lantern joined him, and the three shared a laugh about Superman's upcoming special date. Once they arrived, Wonder Woman was present to welcome them. They all knew about Superman's special date with Lois and wished all the luck. Meanwhile, the Legion of Doom sulked at Titano's failure, as it was one of their powerful assets against the Justice League. Despite their powerful member, the Legion of Doom was time and again defeated by the Justice League. They wondered how to beat the Justice League, and that was when Lex arrived, stating that he knew how to beat Superman as well as the Justice League, and Titano was just a distraction. Led by Lex, the Legion arrived at the Fortress of Solitude, where all the advanced alien tech was kept. Lex stated that they were there for the Mother Box and Orion's sled only, and none of the other objects should be touched. Lex finally revealed his plan to defeat the Justice League. He would use the Mother Box to trap the Justice League in the Phantom Zone from where they could never return. Toyman failed to suppress his curiosity and grabbed one of the articles, which seemed like the Dreamstone, and it set an alarm for Superman. At that point, Clark was with Bruce discussing how including Kara in the team could hold a risk factor, as villains of Superman could very well use it as leverage. When Clark heard the alarm from the fortress and was about to leave, Kara informed him that she and the Justice League would take care of it, and Superman deserved the day off. While the Legion of Doom members expressed their disgust for Toyman, the Justice League members Flash, Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman arrived. As the two sides fought inside the fortress, Toyman launched one of his explosive toys, which hit a Mother Box and initiated a massive explosion. The Justice League members were shielded by Green Lantern's construct, but the Legion of Doom were transported to an unknown place. Amidst an unknown forest, the team once again cursed Toyman for his new blunder, and after finding a military base nearby, they began walking toward it. Suddenly, two gigantic monsters were spotted fighting, and while the rest of the members headed for the base, Grodd stood there believing the giant ape Kong to be the ape god. Inside the base, Lex began figuring out a way to initiate the Mother Box and get their way back, while Toyman admired the miniature animals stored in the cells inside. Lex despised him, stating that they were not toys but giant animals. At this point, Toyman was infuriated at the insults, and when Lex mocked him by asking to teleport these animals to Metropolis, he grabbed the Dreamstone and wished for the same. In a bright flash of red light, these monsters were next teleported to Metropolis. The next scene moves to the opening scene of the comic issue, where Clark's date gets interrupted by an emerging Godzilla. Saying, "I love you" to Lois, he changed into Superman and flew towards Godzilla. With this, the comic issue comes to an end. Conclusion. So we've finally come to the end of this video, and we hope you have liked the content. The new crossover event is yet to disclose its complete story, and we might get better details in the next issue, scheduled to be released on the 1st of November. With that, we'll be winding up. Feel free to add your views on this new crossover event, and also stay tuned to our channel as we'll soon be unfolding the mysteries of the story. And while the next issue gets its release, stay tuned for the next marvelous video.